Welcome, guys, to a synopsis of the week 2 of my Achilles tendinopathy rehab. Actually, this is the second video in this video series. So, if you have not watched the first one, I would highly recommend you to do so. It will help you understand what's going on in this video. So, for this week, I have taken an approach of combining my rehab exercises with a few football drills here and there, and adding some light sprinting. Honestly, this has given me a bag of mixed results and has caused some setbacks, which has discouraged me from increasing the intensity of my workouts. But I still think it is worth documenting because it might help someone understand the triggers for these setbacks and try to avoid it. Now, coming to the actual program, this is how it looked in the last week, and this is how it looks this week. As you can see, just strictly from the perspective of rehab exercises, there's no such change from week 1 to week 2. And the only change is the addition of the Nordic and the reverse Nordic curls. But the actual addition which has happened is I have been asked to sprint gradually and begin with some basic football drills. So Sunday was the first day I actually covered all the parts of my program. I did all my holds, followed by some strength exercises, and ended with some plyometrics. So keep in mind that a total count for all of these plyometrics should not cross 40 contacts, or basically 40 reps. I even added the recently given 2 Nordic curl exercises to end the session because I knew I was taking the day off on Monday. Tuesday was more of the same for me, as I did all my holds and ended the session with some treadmill running. So for the treadmill running, I started with 8 kilometers per hour and I notched it up till 12, and I ran for about 5 minutes in total. Now, it was also the day I actually felt a glimpse of improvement in my condition. So earlier I used to have pain while doing weighted walking lunges with a barbell, and I was kind of avoiding increasing weights on it. But on Tuesday I was able to complete the set pain free, and I also went a notch higher with the load with which I was doing these barbell lunges. Treadmill running from the previous day did not create any pain in the morning after, so I was kind of feeling positive about sprinting now. I had decided to sprint in the morning after, so on Wednesday I avoided any treadmill running and I just completed the eccentric hold exercises. Now, Thursday was the day that things started to go a bit south for me. I'm gonna divide the day in two halves. So there was a morning practice session before heading to work, and then there was a workout session in the evening. So in the practice session, I did a small warm up of about 5 minutes before heading straight to sprinting. There was no distance marker for me, so I basically ran from the edge of the box to the midline. And by the end of the first sprint, I did feel a minor discomfort while stopping the sprint, but I went for another sprint anyway. And by the end of the second sprint, I knew I had done something wrong, but my body was warm, so I went ahead with the drills anyway. And the purpose of these drills was to just get a bit sharper on the ball, so I did some touches with first the sole of my feet, then with the inside of my feet, and lastly with the outside of my feet. After this session, I headed for work, and frankly I was limping the whole day in the office with a sore heel pain. And in the evening workout there was some lingering pain, but I was told that this should be expected, so I didn't bother for too long and completed my eccentric holds and strength exercises. Again, I was going to practice in the morning after, so I avoided any treadmill running. Friday morning was the day that I actually felt the full fledged of pain of sprinting I had done in the morning of the previous day. No matter what I did, warm up exercises, juggling with the ball, stretching with the TerraBand, nothing worked. I just couldn't get myself to jog pain free. And after trying for about 30 minutes, I realized it was going nowhere. So I just decided to end the day with only the football drills. But even here, I did not have any luck because within the first 20 reps of the first drill, I could feel the burning sensation, and I couldn't continue with the drill of the sole of the foot. The inside of the foot drill was still possible because it didn't require a lot of dorsiflexion. And so disappointed, I ended the day with some shots on goal and headed for work. Now, frankly, the pain during the workday was much lesser today because I could walk pain free during the day. Honestly, I was very demotivated at this point and I didn't really want to complete the program today, but I just went for the sake of completing the video. I guess trying to document this helped me in some way. And so again, today was all about eccentric holds. Situation on Saturday was the same for me as on Friday, as I did just one sprint and that was it. I felt the burning sensation again. So I opted out of doing anything for the remainder of the session, and I just played a lazy 2v2 with some friends in the ground. I'll put the clips of these 2v2 at the end of the video if you would be interested to check it out. Also, it turns out that my physiotherapist has left the organization and I was assigned to a new one, which was a bummer for me because I had to spend most of the session trying to make her understand my current state and progress, and we couldn't really make any progress in my exercise list. So my trials are just about 4 days away, and there's not been a lot of changes suggested to me by my therapist in terms of any rehab exercises or any additions in my football routine. So I don't think it makes a lot of sense for me to record the remainder of the 4 days. I'll try to give my trials with a GoPro on, so just to have some footage to share with you guys as to what all of this achieved for me. Until then, I think I'll just do more of the same and try to fit some matches here and there. So I thank you guys for joining me in this 2-week journey of mine, and yeah, wish me luck.
Hello.
Hello. Woo! इधर इधर Nice one.